this basket, this. We need to have people we need to grow these people from base of curriculum where people will start learning much about this very sport. Sports is not just about being played in the field. There are also the aspect of studying them and being equipped before one can do well in those areas. I will also suggest to. I don't know whether people have a plan of that, so that at least when the curriculum, the development, when the sports curriculum comes out, and be able to work together with the Ministry of Sports, and so that Biafra will have the best among the best all over the world. So that's what I wanted to ask you, whether you have such a idea or thinking about that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful input, and also if it's a question, it's also a fantastic question. In the structure, in the Biafra structure, when it comes to the whole sports development, the whole sports plan, yes, that's number one priority there. That's why we have in every state there will be what we call sports complex in every state. Once we found a player that is in that level, it becomes a state responsibility as well, even though we know that we have already in the school curriculum that will be a kind of free studies for Biafran and scholarship. But once we find a player that is coming through the sports ranking into the sports complex, the state will take over that player or athlete or whatever, whoever, until we make sure that we reach that level. So football or sports, any sports, is not just only what you play on the field. It's also in the classroom. There's something I mentioned before, based on my experience right now in Europe, 15 years of working in this department, coaching in the high level. Football is not only, I will use football as a reference point now. Football is not just only what you play, but also we believe in intelligent students or intelligent athletes. Intelligent footballers are the ones that actually reach the highest level, because at the end of the day, they know why they are out there. It takes discipline, it takes resilience, it takes a lot to be a top player in the highest level football. So that's the Biafra we want. Biafra will be the best. When I mention the best, Biafra is going to be the starting point for African football to change. Mark this word today. Remember this conversation. I have several meetings with some couple of coaches and people from Africa. So what they are waiting for is actually the model we have to be able to see this model work. And that model is not something we give out anyhow. The Biafran DNA and the sports department development in combination with education will be the best, one of the best in the world. I guarantee you that.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Honorable Secretary for Education says something. Yeah, go ahead and add. I think she wanted to add something to what the sports secretary has said. Go ahead, Honorable Ngozi.
I can't. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my Honorable DPM, FAMD, and all that are present. Honorable Jonathan has talked about this in our last session, and in our education curriculum, we have Faculty of Youth and Sport and Creativity. And that's what we are also going to present when we come again on board. That in that faculty, all the different activities of youth and sports, and all the people who are very creative, we have the curriculum where they have the opportunity to learn, not just going to the field to practice, but to learn the theory and then the practical, that will enable them. It's not going to be just ordinary sports. It's going to be a talent where people can also live, because some people, when they want to play football, it's like it's just an ordinary game. We are not going to take it that. It's going to be a faculty. And in that faculty, there will be different departments. We are building it up. And eventually, we will call on Jonathan to help us when the time comes. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Department of Education. Also, let me just chip in. It's just, when we mention youth, people will only think that youth are children. Actually, it's not like children. youth is actually until I think the age of 30, if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, somebody can put that correct for me. Again, there will be a kind of Biafra Institute of Sports. Biafra Institute of Sports that we will also make sure that we match the curriculum with the education department. Then when you go into this Biafra Institute of Sports, will be where we have something like both even coaching education, highest degree, research studies. There's a lot of research studies when it comes to how the muscle functioning and all those things. There we have people who study sports science and so on. Then when you go to universities as well, there will also be a department for that sports science. But then when you go through the states, if you are going through this, let's say you are selected and you've been selected to go through the state education, there people in sports will have their own curriculum so that they will be able to have a training, like a practical and a theory. So there is class time, there is football time, there is class time, there's football time. So their curriculum will not be exactly as people who go to school like normal every day. They have to choose the department that they want to specialize on. At the end of the day, we'll start to develop people like physiotherapists, people who are specialists with physio, people who are special with personal trainers, good coaches, research studies, a lot of things. So these are going to be part of the curriculum that will be introducing when it comes to sports and sports science and the Biafra Institute of Sports as well. But we make sure that we match everything so that when somebody is graduating, if it takes a normal student to have 4 years for a bachelor's degree, it will also be the same for somebody who goes through the sports, but at the same time you have opportunity to practice, because football, swimming, running is about practical. So those practical time will be also put into their credits as part of their studies while they do the theory. So then we will work together in this to make sure that this curriculum will match exactly the highest standard in the world. That's why I said Biafra will be the best in the world.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You. Okay. Olisa Emeka Ato. Olisa Emeka Ato. Please unmute yourself.
Olisa Emeka, type your state on the chat box first.
Yeah.
What state in Biafra territory are you from? Type it in, then they will open your mic.
Is he able to? Okay, meanwhile, Maazi Uche, is it Honorable Uche? Is that you?
Emeka, can you type your state on the box, on the chat section? Is he able to do that? Okay, let's allow the person, Abba Johnson from the state of Ohuhu.
Yes.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
The sound is not raised.
Unmute yourself, Abba Johnson.
Okay, thank you so much, Excellency, and all the honorable people here in this platform, the Secretary of Sports and also the Director General of Foreign Affairs. Yes, my question goes to the Secretary of Sports. You know, we always say that Biafra will be the first country in Africa to carry the World Cup in the Olympic. I strongly believe, because we have talent all over the world. But I just
yes,
want to
that's correct.
Yes, I just want to know, is there any move to create a national player registration database in Europe, in America, in other continents, preparing the process so that whenever we kick off as a nation in the area of sports, we'll be able to showcase what the world wants to see? That's my first question. The second question is, do you intend to build the Biafra Diaspora Football Network? What I mean is that where many Biafrans are already playing abroad, we be identified with Biafra sports, creating a regional offices in different countries like Europe, France, United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, Spain, and so on, Belgium, and United States. So do you intend to use something like that, a Biafra Diaspora Football Network? So that's my second question. And my last question is, do you intend to build a relationship with the foreign clubs? That is signing a cooperation agreement with a club across Europe and America and other continents, where you can as well organize a kind of internship and stage works for Biafrans in overseas to a week or sometimes, where foreign clubs can be invited. Foreign coach and the agent of FIFA can be also notify. This can help to develop our sports in a grassroots. I believe that you have a lot of experience on that field, but I just want to know, do you have these plans to make sure that you create a national team pathway for our also Biafra football sports? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Abba Johnson. That's a beautiful question. Yes, I wish I had the opportunity to be able to present the organogram of this sports department and with the youth. You would have seen that question would have answered himself in that question. But let me take it. The international department of this football or the whole sports, because again, I'm using football as reference again as a point of this. The international department, when it comes to the states, each state will have the international department. There will be development department. There will be coaches department. There will be referee association department. There will be different departments that are taking care of all these things. Then there will be scouting departments. There will be national scouting department, international scouting department. Every Biafran born anywhere in the world, as long as that Biafran has a Biafran name and has a talent, will be recognized by Biafra. There is no other way to build that connection. If you look at this current World Cup right now, this current World Cup that is going on, there are about 24 or 26 Biafrans playing in 24 or 26, according to my record, playing in different countries. But this is something that when Biafra will be standing today, every player, every such talent must be approached and give opportunity to be able to represent Biafra. That's the structure we have. So the international department in the sports a way to build those bridge. Your second question was also answered in this because the international department is responsible for that. In terms of building connections, football, sports is all about connection. I will do everything in my power. I will do everything in my capacity as well. I'm currently doing that now, building those connections. If we have the resources that we're supposed to have this year, Biafra will have participated in maybe 3 different tournaments this year. But you know what it takes to put a team out there. And I want every tournament coming up now will be represented by 2 Biafran bonds across the world. So there will be a network. I'm not going to tell you that we are going to build connection with clubs because as a nation, we don't need to build connection with clubs, but clubs need to build connection with us as a nation. So what we need to do as a nation is to have a structure that they will trust. We want to make a Biafra where Biafra will be a talent hub in Africa, that any player or any sports, any athlete coming out from Biafra will be like a gold. So clubs and nations will want to collaborate with Biafra. That's what we want. And by this, in making this work with different FIFA, CAF, everybody. So Biafra is going to, we have in the structure that this is the system we want in Biafra. The Biafra that when you hear that this player is Biafran, you will know that this is quality. This is quality. That's what we want. I hope I answered your question, Abba.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. The next person is Olisaemeka Ato Ejindo, Ikemba State.
Okay.
Unmute yourself, please.
Unmute Olisaemeka. Lisa Mecca Arthur, can you unmute yourself? Let's go to Biafra Giant, the next person.
Okay. Biafra Giant, Ikemba State. Unmute yourself.
Okay, good.
You're already unmuted. Okay.
Yeah. Good evening, my honorable members and cabinet. Greetings to my DPM and greetings to our Secretary of Finance and to everyone. I greet our leader Mazinan and our Prime Minister, wherever they are. Their spirit is with us. So let me make it quickly. Thank you very much for greetings to our sports secretary. But most of the question I wanted to ask has been answered. But I just have just one. Am I coming out?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
All right. So I just have one remaining out of the question that I have. So the one question is there a forum where the commissioner for the 40 states of confederation is organizing, where you are having meeting so that to help to carry on this kind of what would I call it, enlightenment to them in order to start implementing it. All right, because actions speak louder than voice. From what you have said so far, everything was so beautiful and nice. And so I want to know, do you have intention of, is it in your agenda to start implementing or sharing duties to these sports commissioners across the states? Or maybe we are all going to still wait until when you have finalized every other thing that you are holding in the international community. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Biafra Giant. Good question. I will also, I've mentioned this before in a couple of meetings. Only few of the states has responded on this. I have asked all the governors of the states to nominate someone in the sports department that will represent each of the states. Yes, we have a forum where we have already some HODs, which we every now and then deliberate, have meetings. Like I told you now, one of our HOD in the Biafran football will be attending an event. I mentioned it today. So there's a lot of courses coming that I recommend for some of them that are already in this forum, to be able to go see what is being done there, educate yourself in certain things. So I need more people. I want every state in Biafra to be able to nominate somebody in the sports department and send them over to me, send their CV or reach out to Honorable DPM as well. Those things will get to me because it has to be, I want people who understand what sports is. As I said again, for us to be able to make this plan in sports department to work, we need people who knows what sports is all about. And also people who are committed to work for Biafrans. I don't want the Biafra where somebody who is a retired general will become a minister of sports tomorrow, or somebody who is a police commissioner with a fat stomach who cannot even control football or doesn't even know what handball is being called. Yeah, we start heading the sports department. So we want people in sports to control sports. So I want every governor to screen their candidates very well, make sure that they understand what it means to develop a nation through sports, to build a nation through sports. Send me their CVs. I will also interview them, go through them to know where they are. They can be able to contribute and helping to build the structure we want. So it's not going to be just because somebody knows somebody and you come to play to work in the sports department. No, you have to have competence. That's why I'm encouraging those that are there right now. Go get this course, go study this, because I want leaders who can be able to lead. I want leaders who will be able to challenge me. I want leaders who will push me to get the best, to give the best for Biafrans. In sports department, sports is a very short career. We want the best for Biafrans. That is why I'm saying again, I'm using this opportunity again, all the governors, please, if you hear my voice, I am still waiting for your candidates. So there is a plan for that, where we share these ideas, because we need people who will be proactive to work for Biafrans. Thank you.
Yeah. Honorable Gazi, I have something to say. Can you?
Thank you so much.
Can you tweet and then put the request, so that those that have experience that can,
I would do
can
that.
apply.
I would do that.
All right, that would be
Thank you
great.
so much.
So that, and then put it in the Twitter there, share it so that we could.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Biafra Giant Hub has already spoken. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay, Mazi Uche, is this Honorable Mazi Uche? Is this an Honorable Mazi Uche?
Yeah, Uche is there. Hold on, Honorable Uche. Only Sameka Athol, can you unmute if you have questions for the sports department? Because what we're gonna do, since I know the Foreign Affairs Department, I know the director presented briefly, and the department was not ready, so we might move them to a different time. I don't know, it depends on the questions that we have for the sports department. If we have more questions for the sports department, then I know the Foreign Affairs Department is a huge department that may be moved for another day. I have the Olisemeka Arthur, your hand has been up.
Yes.
You go ahead and unmute yourself right now.
Yeah. Good evening, the DP, and good evening, FMB, and good evening,
go ahead.
Minister Jonathan. Yeah, and I'm a real Ikemba State. I'm a sportsman. I'm a goalkeeper when I was in school. I want to suggest that we have to bring back the Southeastern cultural development in those good days when we have the Eastern State, Southeastern State. We started from a grassroots because I had you calling state and federal. We have grassroots county, districts. That's where our development will start. That's my suggestion, sorry. That's where our sports development will start. And we've got to have sports centers as we have, UK, as we have in UK here. In every district in UK.
Sorry, whoever is talking, Olisemeka Arthur. We are running a government, and I want you to stick to the structures that we already have. Anything outside this structure, just like the sports secretary have presented to you, what we have, what the United States of Biafra government have. We have 40 states in Biafra, 40 confederated states. Everything we're doing right now is based on the Constitution of the United States of Biafra. All these are set on stone at this point. So again, I want you to ask your question related to the Constitution of the United States of Biafra and relating to what the Secretary of Sports have said. There's nothing like Southeast in Biafra territory. There's nothing like Central in Biafra territory. So I just want to redirect you to ensure your question is in line with the government. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I'm very sorry. I was just setting an example as how we grew up. So I'm suggesting that we build from our countries. We have sports sports centers from there. That is from there. That is where all the countries are in all the districts in the whole 40 states of Biafra. When they have their sports centers, each country will have their centers. Then from there, we can now go. That's why it will be so easy for the state to go around and collect scouts. The state, we have scouts that will go around the countries and collect players. And from schools also. I heard you guys talking about you guys, sports council, with sports department, we work with education. Fine. We must have inter-house sports. So that where all in the secondary school, where the primary school, when you get to secondary school, all the secondary school will be competing in sports. And from there, it will be easy for the state to scout out players, any type of players. In all of our schools, we have all these sports equipment and sports fields and everything. So it will be easy for state to collect. And when the state collect the best, then they will not, because they will have a competition. They will be having competition in each state. We have counties and district, which they will be competing. And when they compete, they come to the state. From state, it will be easy for them to pick the best from the state and then go for interstates, which is our 40 state of Biafra, before it will now go to the federal, and now it will shoot out to the other world. And that's a suggestion. So that's how we grew up when we are growing up. That was how we started our sports. Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Honorable Secretary for Sports.
Thank you so much, Olisemeke, for that. Now the question, it's good that I wanted to ask you a question, whether what you are saying was a question or suggestion, but then you said it's your suggestion. I like it's your suggestion. Yeah, I like that it's your suggestion, but unfortunately, we will not do it the zoo way. We all grew up in zoo, yes. So we are not going to do what the zoo did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that is not functioning. I'm talking about the modern way of developing what we call sustainability sports development that will make sure that when we pass, the next generation, the next generation will only keep improving what we started today. So let me mention again that I mentioned about grassroots. So when I mention grassroots starts from the streets. There will be local teams that will have their own academies. Remember this.
Yeah.
There will be, I mentioned about Biafran Elite Premier League. Each club in Premier League must have a youth team. It's a must. I'm not saying you will try. If you do not meet the requirement to have what we call youth department, that we encourage our 6 years, our 7 years old, that they can have what you call this school activities, then going into academic structure. From academic structure, before they become 13, they already understand fundamental basics of whatever sports they will play. That is the way grassroots. So I'm not going to say each county, because now you are going too far. You are jumping in county and state. No, it has to start first from the grassroots, the club side, the school. That's where the talents will be spotted before you get into academy. Because from academies, from club academies, each state academies, we are already gathering that information. There will be scouts working in national and scouts working in local counties, scouts working in states before they will be recommended for federal. That means Biafran national team selections. That means you have gone through series of screening. They have seen you. They have tested you. We have tested. It's not just to see that you can play sports. You might know how to play sports, but again, the attitude, do you have what it takes to wear Biafra national team? All those things are being put in check. There is a checklist. This,
That's all right.
that. So I hope that I answer your question now.
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. I think Honorable Teddy, you have a question. Is it in relation to sports? If so, unmute yourself, Honorable Teddy. So that.
Okay. In the form of commendation about these plans or things on the drawing board. If you look at it, what impresses me most, dotted line and then education is area where people can equally develop. They have a sports something, a section. Faculty secretary said it. And you mentioned here that actually have some of the sports department. That's a beautiful thing you've already put up on the things on the I must tell you, it's something worth replicating elsewhere, whether it's in the state level, whether it's in the county level or something. All those things, matter a lot. I think you've done a good job about this. Thank you for working for Biafrans. I don't have a question, but I've been listening and getting interest in all what you are saying, and so much impressed about it. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Teddy. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Biafra John, do you want to say anything?
Okay, let's give I think let's Honorable Gazier, before I allow our Honorable Chair from Foreign Affairs will come in, I wanted to ask you, now that the World Cup is on, sometimes I watch and I know what it feels, and to not have the United States of Biafra sports team being represented in the current World Cup ongoing. I know that the United States of Biafra international soccer team will be the team to beat by any country in the world. I always have that feeling. So why I watch all the other countries play, and knowing fully well, something like sports and food is something that unites the whole world, regardless of the bad leadership that some of these countries, their politicians and leaders have devastated their countries. Example, Nigeria currently being ruled by somebody who has been declared as the third most corrupt president in the world, and being a country that commits Christian genocide, a good country before that has been bastardized by very greedy politicians that have lost that country. Nothing can revive that country again. So I want to ask you, when you watch some of these current players in the World Cup, what comes to your mind? How do you feel as it relates to the United States of Biafra World Soccer Team?
Thank you so much, Honorable DPM. Beautiful question as well. Sports is all about emotions. It's all about that emotion. It's all about, how will I say it? It's a beautiful game. Football in general is a beautiful game. When I watch other teams, I have this vision, I have this dream of, seeing Biafra one day, seeing that flag of Biafra, how big it is, just to put it on the floor, sing that national anthem for Biafra. Biafrans playing for Biafra. Biafrans all over the world watching Biafra national team. That's just the dream. That's just how I feel it. I see it every day. I feel it every day. And I believe that someone has mentioned it. If there will be one country in the world, in Africa, that will lift this World Cup, it will be Biafra. Wow. We have all the talents. I keep telling people, like when I sit watching it with my colleagues in the office, we're analyzing, I keep mentioning, this guy is a Biafra, this guy is a Biafra, this guy. So they never knew, like here in Norway, many people never knew that we also have a Biafran in Norwegian national team. And there are a lot of them is also in the under-23 right now and the under-19. So there's a lot of them coming up new that has been selected into the national team as well. More Biafrans are coming out, more of them are coming out. So when you see Eze here and there, you see Olise playing for France, you see Eze playing for England, all those things, these are Biafran bloods. We cannot deny them. Akanji playing for Switzerland, these are Biafrans. So there is a lot of them in this World Cup. So I want to see a Biafran. When I watch them, when I look at this, I feel that emotion that one day is going to be us. One day we are going to be in that, represent Biafra is going to be known for what we are good at. So not only also football, it's also handball. When I watch the NBA as well, I see a lot of Biafrans playing there, a lot of them representing well. So for me, it's all about that emotion, that passion. It's what keeps me fighting every day. It's what keeps me going every day, because I know it will happen. I know it's coming. I see it. I feel it. So I want to see that Biafra. I want to see Biafran football national team one day in the top FIFA world. I want to see them in the top FIFA ranking as well. Because once we step in there, we are going to make difference. We are going to make amazing things. We have what it takes. Biafra has the talent. So I pray that day comes that we will witness it. It's going to be emotional, to sing that national anthem in the world stage. That's how I see it. I see it.
Exactly.
I feel it. It's coming. There's no Biafrans need to believe. Biafrans need to. They need to also feel it and see that this is coming. Nobody can stop it. Yes.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Gazi, the Honorable Secretary for Sports. Let's go to Honorable Uche. Mazi Uche, go ahead, please. From the Foreign Affairs Department.
Yes, good evening from here, Your Excellency and the Honorable Cabinet members. I've actually been here from the very beginning. I was not opportune to speak earlier on, but I've been following. And I think a lot of information has been given. The Honorable Secretary Gozie Jonathan, thank you so much for your efforts. I mean, Biafrans can see that this is a collective effort. So, and also thank those of you who have made your submissions and contributions. These are the things we need so that we can all improve together. Quickly, just to wrap up with the foreign affairs. I mean, the approach has always been identity, because it has been we've been able to observe the disparity when it comes to identity. Someone's identity should not be a bone of contention or questioning or as to who are you. There are international laws that prohibit anyone from compelling somebody to deny their identity. So these are principles that are already existing within the international legal framework. So that identity is what we have put a lot of efforts on to ensure that our identity is no longer recategorized as anything else than the United States of Biafra. So, Honorable Luke Iwunze, I don't know if you are here, so that you can give us just a quick brief, in reality, what this means. In our mission in Australia, we have had some quite a lot of recent developments that are based on the efforts of the Foreign Affairs team and the leadership of the United States of Biafra, the representative leadership of the United States of Biafra. Honorable Luke Iwunze, are you there? Please take it's 5 minutes or so to, if time may permit us, just to quick wrap up. Thank you very much.
Honorable Mouthpiece, can you see Honorable Iwunze?
Honorable Iwunze, go ahead.
Okay.
Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
Thank you. Greetings, Your Excellency.
Yeah.
Greetings, my one and only Secretary of Finance, Honorable Famdi.
There were
all the members of cabinets in session, and Biafrans from all over the world. What a moment. What a moment. What you're hearing, what you're participating on tonight is like a fresh air. It's like refreshing breeze. To those that thought that it's all over, to those that thought that will we ever get to where we are today, I think you can begin to dance, you can begin to celebrate, you can begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Biafra is here, boldly written in the front of the clothes our Fam Diane is wearing. You can see
Biafra for
that
life.
bold Biafra for life.
Yes.
That is it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
thank you, Honorable Secretary of Sports, Honorable Gozie Jonathan. You are a fantastic Biafran. Your passion speaks for everyone. And it's amazing. Biafra has been recognized. Biafra is making waves wherever we are. In answer to my Honorable Mazuche's question, here in Australia, we have reclaimed the identity of a Biafran. We have, the nation here, this country has come to know the difference between a Nigeria and a Biafran. People who may have started, who have applied for protections or what you call asylum seeking visas under Nigerian, and they were denied and they were rejected. And when they present themselves as citizens of United States of Biafra, and just based on that, and the government, we stand with them, because as the head of mission here, one of my role is to look after the welfare of every citizen of United States of Biafra. And for the fact you are a Biafran has given you that awesome privilege to be protected by the government. The most recent one was just on the 7th of this month. Another person that has been fighting for since 2011. Can you imagine? 2011. And it's been through different development. It's been through MASOP, it's been through IPOB, it's been through Briggy. And the last straw that broke the back of the camel, after he was rejected and the government steps in and help make the tribunal to know that he's a Biafran. His identity is Biafran, and we supported him based on that. The good news is he has been granted protection as a Biafran. And the amazing thing is, the same tribunal that did this, they actually follow the progress. They follow everything. They follow when the struggle started as a MASOP. They follow when the struggle started as a IPOB. They followed when they started as a Briggy. And when we have finally accumulated, become a United States of Biafra, that was declared on the 29th of November 2024. And they said, this is written by the lawyers, by the judges that made this decision, that United States of Biafra is the umbrella. It's become the hub, it become the body for this new state, new country. So that is just amazing. It is wonderful. I guess people who don't know will not know. And people who thought that what we are doing is just on social media have no clue what is happening, what Biafrans are doing in every country. I'm not just the only one here. We have a head of missions around the world, and each one from the foreign affairs, we are truly showcasing and establishing our identity. So when Honorable Uche talks about identity, that is what it is. When my Secretary of Sports talk about Biafra football or Biafra sports, that is our environment minister, secretary. You must have read that letter from United Nations, thanking United States of Biafra specifically through the work of our environment secretary of environment. So I am very pleased that we have come a long way, and any moment from now, it will be game on, game on, game on, game on. Thank you very much.
Wow. I told you some things are going on.
Yes, thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Quickly, Honorable Jidofor, are you here from the Netherlands? If you can quickly please update us. Please, let's try to keep it as quickly as possible. I know we are running short of time.
Yeah,
we still have a few individuals to address us. Thank you very much. Ndeo.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chair. Good evening, our DPM, Honorable Diane, and the members of the Cabinet, Biafrans. I greet all of you. From the Kingdom of Netherlands, a lot of things has been unfolding concerning our identity. And we got a feeling that they are trying to deny us our identity. Why did I say that? Just a few weeks ago, one of our brother that we are given 2 years to stay here, and suddenly he was asked that France is ready to that he should go back to France because his point of entry is in France. And our foreign department was quick to support him with a very important instrument that make them to abandon that deportation back to France. And a few days ago, and because of that, he was called to the court, which we supported him with every instrument that is necessary for him to defend himself. And unfortunately, we just find out that the lawyer actually did not present anything Biafra in the court. And another unfortunate thing is that he was on his way to the court, and he called his lawyer. His lawyer advised him not to come, that he can represent him. And we just realized that there is nothing, and later they denied him. And we just realized that nothing about Biafra was presented. Everything we gave the lawyer, he did not present it to the court. So Honorable Chair, with his own wisdom, and we all around him, we decided to complain to the local court that made the decision that his case was not treated because the instrument that needed the court to look into were not presented. And he was supposed to be deported yesterday. And because we launched these instruments, and I was also in the court physically to present all these instruments. And yesterday, when he went to give himself to the immigration for deportation, they asked him no, that he can go back, that they will. He tell them, but when you see coming again, they just tell him 1 week time. But I know it's just to say something to him. So our brother did not go back, was not deported to France. So he went back to his refugee where they kept them. And that is a very good news for us. They are listening. I engaged one of our brothers here too, that we are helping with the Biafran, with the identification of Biafra to secure his residence here. I wrote to the lawyer a few days ago when this incident happened. And yesterday, I asked him to write to the lawyer to see whether because he complained that the lawyer was not responding to his telephone call and email. I tell him to write him again. If he doesn't respond, then I will get involved. So fortunately, he responded to him, and they tell him that all the papers that I've given to him, that he has already forwarded it to the immigration. So now they are beginning to listen to what you are saying. I don't know why they are trying to avoid, or shall I say that I know why they are trying to avoid the issue of Biafra. Because I believe nobody can engage us in the law court and win. We are not doing anything different from the truth. Everything we are Biafrans. We come from Biafra land. Anybody who is ready to tell us that we didn't come from there should come. They asked us to go to the court to defend ourselves, and that is what we are doing. I just imagine, why are they trying to play hanky-panky? But we are here, and we are pushing it, and they are getting the news. So thank you very much, and Honorable Uche, the people of Netherlands is very proud of you, and the Honorable Christopher Deze. We are here to serve Biafra, and that is the job have brought us to do, and we are ready to do that. Thank you very much.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you very much, Honorable Jidofo. Thank you very much. And please, I want to encourage Biafrans, when you are presenting yourself to your local authorities, remember that you are the first point of diplomat. So please let us help them to understand us, because we also observe that they don't have much information in regards to our identity. So we are in the position to help them to understand rather than to be some kind of aggressive. I know it is not going to get to that, but just for us to have in the back of our mind that we are the first point of diplomat, and our purpose is very simple, that we are Biafrans, and here are the documentations to prove that. That's all. There's no need to engage in any argument or hallucinative discussion. So stick to the documentations you have presented. It helps to bypass any kind of changing of the narrative or try to make you to agree to something else, which of course in international law, no one should be able to compare you to abandon your identity. So it is, we're not asking for something new. These are already existing conditions, and we are only asserting our natural obligations. Honorable Abba Johnson in France, are you here? Please, can you take the mic? Thank you very much.
Abba Johnson, are you here? I think I see. Abba Johnson, please, if you're here, raise up your hand. Okay. Unmute yourself. You have the mic.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, just a moment, please. Honorable Henry from Japan, please also raise your hand so that you will be the next. Thank you.
Okay, unmute yourself, Abba Johnson.
Okay, thank you so much. Once again, greetings to our Excellency DPM and our Financial Secretary from DINE. Especially our Director General of Foreign Affairs and all the honorable Biafrans. Yes, I just here to confirm as well what our honorable have said before. The two honorables have spoken from Foreign Affairs, and also Honorable who spoke about our identity, which is what we are in now. Presently in France, we are doing well. Biafrans are doing well. We have established that fact that we have to answer our name, and we are pushing with everything in us to make sure that the government of France acknowledges and know us and know our identity, and they have started doing so. So I don't have much to say, but we are trying our best to make sure that government of France, which is also the footstool of the zoo, is hearing the news about Biafra, the voice of Biafra. Recently, we have succeeded in submitting all our important documentation from the government of Biafra to several ministries, to several organizations, international communities. We succeeded. All of us know, so many people know that France was one of the first country that registered, that acknowledged, formation of Biafra. Even though it wasn't easy, but we, as Biafrans, succeeded in establishing that. So based on that, we have taken another move, and we are still going to take other moves to make France do the right thing. And we are not going back. For the fact that we have established our identity in France as Biafrans, there's nothing else we cannot do. Recently, one of our citizens was called for his asylum seeking. After our foreign affairs, the government gave him all the backup documents. What they did is, instead of treating the file of this young man based on Biafra information, United States of Biafra information, they just try to wave it away. And they picked up a word. The only thing they picked to judge him was IPOB. Now, why IPOB? Because before the United States government stepped in to assist this young man, he have already submitted his stories and everything about IPOB. So instead of them going through all the powerful documents we submitted to them, they just put it aside and picked IPOB and told him, IPOB is a terrorist group, so you are not to stay first. So they didn't touch any document from United States. The only question they asked relating to United States of Biafra was, why is the United States of Biafra have their capital, their headquarters in the United States of America? Which he explained, because they saw everything. They saw everything, in fact. So when we got that information, their decision, we pick up a lawyer, and the lawyer said, no, what they have judged is out of point. They have every document from the United States of Biafra, and I'm going to reverse it. So it is so. And today, they have accepted that document to review all the file of United States of Biafra, all the backup documents. So that was what gave straight to this our brother to stay in France. So what I'm saying, it says, is that United States of Biafra have come to stay under the foreign affairs that are working day and night to make sure that things work out in so many countries in Europe, and we are not backing down. So thank you, Biafrans. I just want to say this. Everybody should just focus. We are doing the right thing in Europe, especially in Europe. And I will not fail to thank our Honorable Mesty, who is also doing a wonderful work here in Europe, and all the executive of Europe. Thank you. Bless us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Honorable Abachaze. Honorable Messi, are you here? Please raise your hand if you're here, please. Honorable Mercy, if you're here, please raise your hand. Okay, Honorable Henry, you can go ahead. Deo.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chair. Thank you, my DPM. Thank you, Honorable Famdi. It's good morning from this part of the world. Yeah. So thank you for giving me this privilege to speak in this wonderful program. Well, from this end, the United States of Biafra, through our Foreign Affairs Department, has been recording a lot of progress reports. We have achieved so much. The department is not relenting at all. We have had cases where Biafrans were detained, but at the end, they were released to us, to our office, because of United States of Biafra. And there is this one particular case where a Biafran who applied for asylum with the excuse of Fulani Health Maintenance. After screening, his application was rejected completely, and he was given 15 days to depart, to leave Japan. But luckily for him, he reached out to us. He's not even part of us. He don't even know he's a Biafran. He's from somewhere in Edo State. And after 2 investigations, we find out that he's a Biafran from Edo part. And we get to work. Our department get to work. All the necessary documents provided, and he was to leave like in 5 days' time, and then he went to immigration with all the documents from our department, and immediately he submitted them. They accepted it. They canceled the departure order, and they now opened a new asylum file for him with a new case number under the name United States of Biafra as a citizen. So this is a very big shift and turnaround. So this brother is now in high spirit about trying to understand and know what has been going on in the struggle, how we have gotten to where we are, because they all believe that after the incarceration of our PM, that everything went low, nothing is happening again. Only little did he know that we are working behind the scene day and night. So when this happened, he was like, oh, this document is so powerful. When immigration collected from me, I said, you don't know anything. You guys don't know. You are all sleeping. So I want to also say that it's not only him. There are a lot of stories, even some places where a police was looking for our brother because he has nothing to show. In India, the moment the documents were in his hand, he started going to police station, presenting himself. Police is now running away from apprehending him. They wanted to deport him. So you see, our documents are changing situations, changing stories. But those that don't know may not know, but those that are benefiting are clapping and praising United States of Biafra government under the leadership of Her Excellency Dr. Ngozo Arabese. So I want to say that we should also understand that the country we are living are not folding their hands. They are fighting as much as they can to subdue, suppress our story or even our documents. We have seen a situation where they completely neglected all the documents and start treating the person as if those documents do not exist until we have to point out to them, you have this document, you have this document. Why are you playing blind eyes to it? Then I say, oh, okay. Then they start looking into those files. So this thing doesn't happen just ordinarily. You know that we are living a monster state that just want us to remain the slave under them. But we refuse it. I want to thank everyone at the Department of Foreign Affairs, from our DG to our regional director general, to everyone working in the office. I cannot mention each and every one of us by name here, but you know yourselves. You are doing a great, great, wonderful job. You are changing the stories of our people, and our people are really happy and grateful. Thank you from this part of the world, and we'll continue to do the best we can. God bless you all. There will be efforts. And moreover, if you have not applied for your ID card, you are just doing yourself. That's your ID card is your original identity. Wherever you present it, it carries weight. It's better, it's more than gold. It's more than gold. Stop shortchanging yourself. Go today, apply for your ID card, and you'll be proud you did. Thank you very much. God bless everyone.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yes,
Thank
thank you very much,
Thank you.
Honorable Henry. Honorable Chief Okpara, please over to you. Thank you.
Honorable Chief Okpara, can you unmute yourself?
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening, Fadan. Good evening, DPN. First, I wanted to ask a question pertaining the sports because I've been hearing about football, and I know that it's not only football. Biafrans do participate. I believe most of the people here knows that I was a former heavyweight champion. I represented Europe. I represented Austria for a good 4 years, unbeatable European heavyweight champion. I wanted to ask him, apart from football sport, is there any other sport team he's trying to organize, or is it only in football? That's the first question I wanted to ask.
Thank you so much, Chief Abba. Can I take the question now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. If you remember, when we said sports is all inclusive, all sports. I mentioned few. I said boxing, running, swimming, athletic, everything. Yeah, but I use football as a reference when I was making just to talk about one structure. There is different departments in sports. So at the moment we have 34 different sports under Biafra Sports Ministry. So yes, boxing is there. And if you are ex-heavyweight champion, I definitely will need you on board, because with the next generation of Biafrans, we need a serious mentor. Your experience will play a huge role in that department. So it will be good to have you on board as well in the sports department.
Yes, thank you very much. Honorable Bishop Wins, please, can you update us? Thank you very much. Honorable Festus, do we have, I don't know if Honorable Festus is available, but please, if you're available, please, can you raise your hand, please?
Honorable Chief Okpara, did you have another, which did you call him for the question of?
For the update from Austria.
Honorable Chief Okpara, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chair, for the great work you are doing. I think all the European executives, all the head of missions, all the executives. Here from Austria, I believe a lot of good news are coming in. A lot of updates are coming in. As we know now, we have gotten an office now, and our office is in the our office is on with the Austrian government. We are having our office on the Austrian government building. They have the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, and then the United States of Biafran government. We are staying on the fourth floor, which is Wirtschaft Kammer office. It's an Austrian government office, and we are trying to put everything in order, and soon we are changing it from liaison, from mission to embassy, and a lot of people are coming in, including the investors, and yeah, I did not really want to give much information now until probably at the end of this month, maybe we are ready to go. Then I can peel the beans out. Thank you, my honorables.
Thank you, thank you, thank you all for the great work. A lot of great work, achievement, and successes are ongoing. Thank you very much. Honorable Chair.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Chief Obara. Honorable Festus, please can you raise your hand if you're available? And also, Honorable Christopher, I see you. If you're able to speak, you informed earlier that you are going to be at work, so you're unable to speak. But if you have time, please, you can raise your hand.
So while we wait for them, I want to use this opportunity, again, this Dr. Ngazi speaking, to thank the United States of Biafra Foreign Affairs Department under the able leadership of the Director General, Honorable Ada Eze, for what they do every single day to make sure that the identity of the United States of Biafra people, the identity of Biafrans anywhere in the world is retained and maintained and respected. Retained, maintained, and respected. No one, no country, no organization can tell us who we are. The United States of Biafra government has met the conditions set by the Montevideo Convention to be a sovereign nation. That is what we are at this time. That is what we are at this time. We don't need anyone's permission, any country's permission, any group's permission, any country's permission to defend our nation. We don't need to take permission from our neighboring country, Nigeria, to defend the people and the territory of the United States of Biafra. I'm thanking the Foreign Affairs Department for their hard work, for their resilience. The United States of Biafra sovereign documents are in over 200 countries in the world as we speak today. Over 200. Many of our allies are privately, quietly supporting us. We have had several tacit recognitions from our allies in different ways, in different forms. The public recognition is coming, and it's going to come very soon. But I want to thank Honorable Ada, Honorable Christopher, Honorable Uche, and then the Sports Secretary, Honorable Gazier, for what you do every single day. The standard that the United States of Biafra government has raised, it will be very, very difficult, very, very hard to come near that standard. That is why everything any other person or group of individuals are doing looks like a mediocre service. We've raised the standard so high that every other thing, as long as it pertains to the freedom, restoration, and protection of the 40 states of Biafra, every other action that is not in the government, it falls so very short. When people who have no clue the level where the United States of Biafra government has been, where we are, is try to demonize and insult and working every day every day for the recognition and protection of our land. Just know that these are individuals that never meant well. That are attacking and the Biafran people. They never meant well. As Obatobie always say, they go out and attack those that do things better and more powerful than they. And we can see the pockets of this crop of individuals in different areas, not just in Biafra homeland. If you go to Finland, you will also see some of these pockets of mediocre. If you go to the diaspora, you will also see some of these pockets of mediocre. Always, some of them on social media, but also for the public. The work that Honorable Uche, wonderful individuals are doing for our freedom, for the freedom of our Biafra people, for the protection of our land, for the protection and identity of the Biafran people cannot be equaled by anyone. But every now and then we've seen some of the crop of mediocre we have that said they've done this Biafra freedom with Owazurike, with our Onyendu, with PM. We see them every now and then just trying to attack those who do things better than them, like Honorable Uche. In one of those instances, I remember it's on social media. Biafrans just saw here when some of this mediocre was saying that, oh, they will not even allow Honorable Uche. Honorable Uche cannot even come to Finland, cannot even go and see Prime Minister, and they will allow him to do that. And then you begin to answer or begin to question, who are they working for? Who sent them? Definitely not Obatobie, definitely not Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. But we, the genuine Biafrans, we know who sent the media, the United Nigeria, and build is our major primary task, to build our nation that Nigeria has bastardized. The United States of Biafra cabinet members, we don't struggle for anything with anyone. The standard we have raised, where we are, our integrity, our impeccable character, we do not need validation from anyone. People come to us, people talk about us to seek validation. So when you have some of these criminal elements and mediocre on social media, some of them residing in Finland, try to talk down about Honorable Uche or try to talk down about the United States of Biafra government, the first question you ask them, who are they working for? Anyone that I, Dr. Rabweze, and the USB cabinet does not recognize, does not exist, as far as the 80 million Biafrans are concerned. This is set on stone. Take it to the banks. There is only one government for the 80 million Biafrans. That which is led by Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu as our leader, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa as our Prime Minister, and my humble self as the Deputy Prime Minister, with the United States of Biafra cabinet members, with the 40 state governors in homeland, with the envisioned United States of Biafra elite sport, with the United States of Biafra Liberation Army, United States of Biafra Defense Forces, with the heads of missions cut across the whole diaspora, with the stakeholders, both abroad and in homeland, with the commissioners that are working with the 40 state governors. Anything outside this they are on their own. The Biafran people know those that are working for them. It is not by making noise. It's not by claiming anything. Our Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu had some organizations that he established. Even our Prime Minister has some organizations, NGO, that he established in Homeland. The United States of Biafra is a government. Every organization falls under the government of the United States of Biafra. All of them, no exception. So I want to ensure and make sure that nobody, our allies internationally and Biafrans, are not distracted by the noise of some of these organizations established by some of our leaders in the past. When it comes to the freedom of which I, Dr. Robese, currently leads, until our Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu is out, or until our Prime Minister is out. When it comes to the 80 million Biafrans, the 80 million indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, as a people that we are, I currently leads that 80 million. There is a difference between those that call themselves IPOB organization. As long as the United States of Biafra people are concerned, there is nothing like IPOB organization. The only thing we have is the indigenous people of Biafra as a people, of which I am one of them, of which the 80 million Biafrans are part of that, of which the 50 million Biafrans that voted in a self-referendum to exit Nigeria are part of that, of which the 1,500 people that converged in Lati, Finland on November the 29th to declare our independence, and over 500 of them appended their signature on that declaration document. These are the indigenous people of Biafra. As a people, not as an organization. There is nothing like IPOB organization among the 80 million Biafrans. And I want everyone listening to me to make sure you don't get distracted by these small organizations out there that claim to be Biafrans, no matter their name, no matter who is there, no matter who is involved. They are organizations. That is why you go to the Department of Justice. The United States of Biafra government is registered as the government of a foreign nation. All these other groups, IPOB, whatever they are organizations. Everything stops on my table. It stops on my table, on the table of the United States of Biafra government cabinet. We are currently the ones that make the decision for the 80 million Biafrans. So I thank Honorable Uche for what you do. Do not be distracted by this mediocre and some of them agents of darkness parading around in Finland, pretending, claiming to be what they are not. Some of them that come out every now to claim, oh, but tell them this PM, tell them, please do not pay any attention to that. PM does not tell them anything. All of that is in their imagination, is on their brain. Just like some of them, we go and say, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu told them this, told them that. Do not pay any attention to these individuals. It's all on their brain. Anything this level, when it comes to anything pertaining to this freedom of the 80 million Biafrans that we already got, the ball stops on my table. I make the decision. Ooh. Let no one make any mistake about that. We've heard the different heads of missions in the different foreign affairs departments all over the world, the heads of missions that are making things happen every day, using and dropping the United States of Biafra documents. Our security documents are being accepted by some leaders of the world as an official formal document for the Biafran people. You can see that the box still stops on the table of the United States of Biafra cabinet. No one else, nowhere else. Anyone telling you anything different is either deceiving himself or herself. The Nigerian agents, the DSS agents, working with the IPOB organization, have no place in Biafra land as we speak. The IPOB organization was dissolved by the Prime Minister. Nothing like that exists as we talk, because they were the ones the Nigerian DSS and Nigerian government used to go to Finland to bear false witness against our Prime Minister. It was the IPOB organization. So anyone, any individual associating himself or herself with anything IPOB organization, you are doing a lot of harm to yourself. You must stop that immediately. Before they drag you to their mud, you must dissociate yourself from anything IPOB organization. I tell everyone listening to me, anything that the Prime Minister denounces, remain denounced. Anything the Prime Minister establishes remains established. So anybody that comes to tell you anything, what they do, who they are, ask them. When the Prime Minister was a free man, did he recognize them? If the answer is no, do not engage any of them, because they will drag you to the mud. They will destroy you. And Biafra will still protect its people and its environment. I'm calling on everything Nigeria in Biafra land as we speak. You must leave the Biafra sovereign nation. You cannot continue to kill our people, forcefully remove them at night, and you think you will survive in Biafra territory. All the delegitimized governors that represent Nigeria, none of them is allowed to function in the United States of Biafra territory, because we have the 40 state governors that are working every day for the Biafra people. It does not matter what the delegitimized governors, Charles Soludo, Otim, Bafubara, and their politicians like Bianco Jukwadu, it does not matter what they do. If they don't live today, they will live tomorrow. They will live next year. They will live 2 years, because we have declared our independence. We have the legal documents to remove them from our territory. And we will gradually do that, just like Albert Obi have told us. Let no one be carried away by the confusion the Nigerian terrorist state and their delegitimized governors, the role they are playing in Biafra territory. It's not sustainable. They know it's not sustainable. It's only a matter of time. They must leave Biafra land for the 40 state governors. We are reclaiming our land inch by inch. And we thank our allies that are helping us to destroy that terrorist state of Nigeria every single day. Thanks to the United States of America for cutting off 100% of aids to the terrorist state of Nigeria. All those money and those aids, they go into the hands of the Nigerian politicians, and they use that money to bring in more terrorists into Nigeria. Those terrorists are the ones that are massacring, killing Christians every day, even as we speak, even as of yesterday. So we also thank all our other allies that are joining the United States of America to ensure that the absolute collapse of Nigeria happens as quickly as possible. And the Christian nation of the United States of Biafra, which has been declared, which we are restoring right now, is giving all the necessary tools we need to ensure that that part of the world is safe, not just for Christians in that part of the world, but also for Nigeria indigenes in that part of the world who are being killed by the Nigerian state, and also for all our Western allies to stop the Nigerian state and the Sokoto Caliphate from using that part of the world to launch attack on our Western allies. We have the boots on ground. We do not need any boots on ground. We have the capacity. The United States of Biafra envisioned elite. We have the capacity to protect Christians in that part of the world, protect indigenous Nigerians, and protect our allies all over the world. So again, I want to thank Honorable Uche in Finland for what you do. Disregard all the enemies of the Biafra people, the agents of the Nigerian state, those that are parading all sorts of misinformation to those that care to listen, not to genuine Biafrans. If you were not in the picture when Obato Obie was a free man, I wonder what you are doing in the picture now. You are irrelevant, very, very irrelevant. Unless you must fall under this leadership which Obato Obie left, which is the United States of Biafra, which he worked very hard from January 2024 to November 2024 to ensure we declare our independence in Latin Finland. And that is what we did. That is what I did on November 29th, 2024. And that is where the 80 million Biafrans stands today as we speak. Anyone coming out to tell you anything different, they are on their own. And we are going to be here watching them to know how far they can go, what they can go. But I know, I've already known where some of them are going. When some of them came out to say that Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu has called off the voluntary money supports, which 80 million Biafrans on their own has supported as a form of referendum, we already know who is sending them. That is why the box stops on my table and on the table of the United States of Biafra cabinet members and on the table of the 40 states United States of Biafra governors in homeland. Because if not what we do, when those who claim, Onyendu tells them this, Obato Obie tells them that, if we have allowed them to get away with the lies, when they come out to say that Onyendu has told us to call up the Monday sit at home, imagine where we are going to be right now.
Oh my goodness.
But they lie because they are working with the Nigerian terrorist state. They pretend they are working with Onyendu. They pretend they are working with Obato Obie, but I, the United States of Biafra government, we are their final bus stop. Anything that does not pass through us can never pass anywhere. Not for the 80 million Biafrans that we've gotten our independence for. These same individuals have also come out to say, oh, Onyendu have told them to start mobilizing the ESN. Onyendu have told them to go back and make peace. There is nothing like ESN in the 80 million Biafrans and in the 40 states of Biafra. I want to make it categorically clear. There is nothing like ESN in the United States of Biafra, in the 40 states of the United States of Biafra. So when the Nigeria terrorist state comes out to say, they've discovered ESN camp here, they've catch this ESN member, these are the propaganda, the globalist propaganda Nigerian state have used over the past 10 years to kill and maim innocent Biafrans, indigenous Biafrans. Not anymore under my watch. So anyone that claims to be a Biafran comes out to tell you there is something like ESN. These are criminal elements of the Nigerian state. Please ignore them. Ignore them. When Onyendu was taken, he told Biafrans, go and follow Simon Ekpa because he is taking this freedom to a new level. That was why 80 million Biafrans followed the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa until the Nigerian government saw that our freedom is very close. They colluded with Finland to take him away. And at the point when our PM was taken away, he told every Biafran that Dr. Obweze is going to be his surrogate. Protect the mandate, because Obato Obie knows that which from January to November, any individual telling you anything different, they are just fooling and deceiving themselves. Do not pay any attention to them. So Biafrans, I thank you for your resilience. And again, I'm very, very happy that many of you are discovering these evil elements planted by the Nigerian state that cause themselves Biafrans among us. But they just need to open their mouth, and we know where they're coming from, where they belong. Because Biafrans have taken this freedom in their hand, on their hand, from November 29, 2024. That is why it will be very, very difficult. And like I said, the standard and the bar we have raised is so high. No one, no country, no government can come near that bar unless it's somebody that is coming to help the United States of Biafra accomplish this final task, which is to protect our people and our territory. Nothing else exists anywhere. Ignore the noisemakers on social media. That is what Nigeria state pays them to do. Remember during Obato Obie's time, these same noisemakers, they were there distracting Obato Obie round the clock. That is what they are paid to do. Don't think they will change. Only change will make them change, or something superior to their stupidity will make them change. Some of them even said, instead of Obato Obie to get this freedom, let Biafra not come. And these were people that we are claiming to be following Onyendu, that we are claiming to be fighting for the United States of Biafra freedom. But in the same mouth, that we are saying, instead of Simon Ekpa to get our freedom, let our freedom not come. So now our freedom is here. I'm wondering what those people are doing.
They
are as confused as hell at this time. When Onyendu was around, all the lies, all the state is committing. When PM was a free man, Charles Soludo Hopumba, you can see every day the report of how Nigeria state takes away forcefully innocent Biafrans, attack their homes in the night. All the evil Tinubu and Co we are doing, they heaped it on Simon Ekpa. So now that Simon Ekpa is not here, now that Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu is not here, who is committing all the atrocities? Who has been declared as the most dangerous? Who has been declared as the third most corrupt president in the world? Whose political parties, APC and PDP, has been declared as a terrorist organization by a Canadian court? Who has been declared, whose police has been declared as evil and terrorist by a Canadian court, who has been declared as the most dangerous place in planet Earth for human beings to live, who has thousands of indigenous United, who is having teachers beheaded in front of their pupils and having young students, undergraduates, pupils, young children, women killed in their farms, kidnapped and used for ransom for them to be released. Who is that? Who is that? That is Nigeria. So now they don't have Onyendu to blame or accuse. Neither do they have Prime Minister Simon Ekpa to blame or accuse. Now the world, Finland, have seen that Nigeria state is the real terrorist. What they do is what they project on other people. That is why all this evil Nigeria has been committing is now in the open. Thank God for Twitter. Thank God for some other social media where Biafrans have been able to use to propagate and show the world what the terrorist state of Nigeria does every single day. So it's not Obatobie, it's not Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. These are the good guys. And I call on Finland and Nigeria to release Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Nothing will stop the full protection and defense of the United States of Biafra, 40 states, territory, and its people. So the earlier you release these two individuals, the better. If you think by holding Obatobie or by holding Nnamdi Kanu, we are not going to protect this our land. We have launched Nigeria must go. Everything Nigeria at this time is forcefully, illegally occupying a sovereign land. They must in capital leave. I want to also use this opportunity to tell all our attorneys in Homeland that are working round the clock to help thousands of innocent Biafrans locked up in different jails by Alex Otti, by Fubara, by Charles Soludo, and the Nigerian terrorist state. Please, you must present these individuals as United States of Biafra citizens. And those of you in the legal department in Homeland, reach out to me or to FAMD to get all the legal documents which we have established when you present Biafran people in any court of law, anywhere in the world, whether at Homeland and abroad. You need to start presenting them. I've had meetings with several Biafrans that are locked up in different jails by the Nigerian terrorist state, and their wish is to be represented as United States of Biafra citizens. On the butcher, there are a couple of them in Homeland that might need some of the security documents to for them to be in a different, some of them that have upcoming court cases and all that. I'll give you more information to see how we can prepare those documents and send to them. That is what they wish. That is what they want. And that is who they are. They are United States of Biafra citizens. Nothing Nigeria is allowed in Biafra territory. When they went to Finland to lie and collude with the Finland government to take away our prime minister, they heaped all kinds of lies against our prime minister. They never presented our prime minister as the leader of a nation, as the leader of the United States of Biafra. The terrorist agent working with the Nigerian government that surrounded Obatobie, they made him to deny this beautiful nation which he fought for, thinking that by doing that, they will let Obatobie go. But we are going to correct that during the appeal process. all you elements of the Nigerian state in Finland, you must stop what you are doing. If you truly care for Obatode, you must in capital take directives from the United States of Biafra government. Must. Nothing, no other way about that. If not, you are working against Obatode, and we will make sure you do not succeed. So, Honorable Chair, go ahead, and then we will take a few more questions and a few more comments, and then we will call it a day. We'll be able to round up by 6 p.m. Thank you so much. From the, I don't know, I saw a couple of fans, but again, let's ensure that Honorable Chair and his department is they complete what they are doing. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Her Excellency. Back to you, Honorable Uche. If you have any more thing to add, just complete so that we can take up the 2 hands. Thank you. Over to you, Honorable Uche. Unmute yourself, please. Honorable Chair, are you still there? Honorable Adam? Has the Foreign Affairs Department completed?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Honorable Chris is here.
Yes, it's been a very busy evening for me. I apologize for that.
Yeah, happy you came in.
Yes. So I'll be as brief as I can. I've been listening. I know. First, Your Excellency, greetings to you. Thank you very much. Honorable members of the cabinet, thank you. Honorable heads of mission or representatives from the Department, Sports and Youth Development, and also the Department of Foreign Affairs. I, for one, am very proud as a Biafran. It's a great time to be alive, especially because we have achieved a lot under such a short period, and the future is looking very bright. I want to start by blessing His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Stay strong. What we are doing is what would make you leave the Sokoto Caliphate as soon as possible. Your Excellency, His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa, Biafrans love you, and we are leaving nobody behind. You would leave that dungeon, the finished dungeon sooner than later. Your Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, you know we love you. We are very proud of you. And all we can say is keep up the good work, your strength, your focus, your endurance. We cannot put this into words. Thank you so much. And yes, we know all this little miscreants cannot do what we are doing. That said, I want to start by saying in capital letters, shame on Finland. If you can hear me, all the Finnish authorities who were involved in the illegal detention of our Prime Minister and all the Biafran nationals who were illegally and unlawfully detained in Finland, I am telling you here, shame on you. I will be bold to look in your faces and also say shame on you. How do you feel seeing everything that is happening in that extermination camp called Nigeria? How do you feel knowing that you worked with terrorists? How do you feel knowing you worked with people who commit genocide against Christians, and you took orders from them as puppets that you have shown yourself to be to lock up great men of Biafra who are fighting to protect Christians? I believe now you've seen the truth, you've seen the light, and you have the opportunity to do better. But that said, once again, shame on you. Fellow Biafrans, I will start by reading just the second paragraph of the official gazette of the state of Sao Paulo. I cannot read this enough. It was published on in the May 29, 2026 edition. Yes, this year. Biafra is a territory with deep historical and independent roots, which as a result of the British colonial process, which is illegal by the way, was annexed, another illegal annexation, to the Nigerian state without the consent of the Biafran original population, without our consent, without our parents' consent, without our grandparents' consent. This Biafra, like I always tell people that we are referring to here, it has its borders. It has its place in the map. We know this territory. We know the people you are referring to here. The people have not changed. That territory has not gone anywhere. Honorable family, they are referring to you and I and the over 70 million Biafras. We are existing. Biafra exists, fellow Biafras. Now, going back to what we have achieved so far at our department, like I said, the honorable members at the heads of mission, I'm sure they've done an amazing job. I promise you that is just about 1% because there are some things we cannot discuss here. So when they give you just 1% of our achievements, just imagine how far we have gone. For too long, fellow Biafra, many countries have taken advantage of our lack of awareness and our rights. But I want to assure you, the United States of Biafra government is restoring dignity, pride, identity, and national consciousness of the Biafran people. To whom it may concern, we are in your courts, we are speaking with your parliamentarians, we are in your parliaments, we are in your administrative offices, we are in your ministries of foreign affairs, we are in your ministries of justice. There is no escaping us. You have to wake up to the reality that the United States of Biafra is here. We are already succeeding, fellow Biafrans. Like Palestine, even before formal recognition, you know what people call recognition, people come to announce and all that, like they did in 2024 here in Norway. We will ensure that the Biafra nationality, identity, and official documents receive the respect and practical acceptance they deserve under international law. Fellow Biafrans, the law is very clear. Article 1 of the Charter of the United Nations recognizes the principle of equal rights of self-determination of peoples. Common Article 1 of International Covenant of Civil and Political Rights and International Covenant of Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights provides that, and I quote, all peoples have the right of self-determination. By virtue of that right, they freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development. Now, Article 15, which is one of my favorites, of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states, everyone has the right to a nationality, and I am asserting my right to my Biafra nationality, and no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his nationality, nor denied the right to change his nationality. In our case, from that colonial nationality that was forced, illegally annexed upon us, we are changing it, reclaiming our true identity as nationals, citizens, people of the United States of Biafra. These principles are reinforced by the obligation of states to respect human dignity, equality before the law, and non-discrimination. I'm going to end soon. Now, that said, no nation, and this is where Biafrans pay attention to this. This is where our department is really succeeding, because no nation that has committed itself to these legal principles has the right whatsoever to deny a people of their identity or nationality for political convenience, oil deals, whatever they want to call it. The United States of Biafra government under this department, we would continue to engage the international community through lawful, diplomatic, and institutional means until our nationality, identity, and official documents are respected wherever international law applies. Fellow Biafrans, the days of denying the dignity and identity of the Biafran people have come to an end. Thank you so much, and God bless every one of us here. God bless the United of Biafra.
This is awesome. And Akukwadiaka here. This is just awesome.
Wow,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Honorable Christopher. And again, it is just so, again, you just hit it on the head. You know, for those that think there is somebody that will come and give you who you are, or tell you who you are, or when the terrorist state of Nigeria tells you, oh, self-determination is not included in their fraudulent constitution. Some of you do not even understand that the power you have, what you have as a person, as a people, cannot be taken away legally. This is on international and local standard law. No one, for political reasons, maybe because of the oil in Biafra territory, or the oil they find in Okigwe or in Olu or in Obo or in anywhere, has the right to now deny us of who we are, which is the United States of Biafra people. Tinubu does not have the right to do that. Charles Soludo, Otim, Bafubara, they do not have the right to do that. They are forcing to do that. And that is what they've done in the past 100 years. But they are failing by the second. Our allies are ensuring that Nigeria is decimated by the second, because the terrorism being conducted by Nigeria is flipping over to different parts of the world. You see the Nigeria terrorist politicians and lobbyists coming to the United States of America to try to lobby, thinking that they are in the zoo, they are in Nigeria. Unfortunately, they've met the wrong set of people. They met the wrong set of Congress. They met the wrong set of leadership, and they met the wrong set of people. And this is the beginning. I told you all, when the AIDS that was given to Nigeria was cut by 50%, I told you all it will be cut to 100%. And it's been cut to 100% a few days ago. And I'm telling you, nothing, absolute nothing will stop the dissolution of Nigeria. Nothing. Not when the terrorists from the Sahel and the Sokoto Caliphate have taken over most parts of that country. Nothing. Nothing will stop that. This is set on stone. If you have invested any penny, any money in Nigeria, you must go and take that money. Immediately, you must go and withdraw that. Take whatever you can, because the politicians are already taking whatever they can, because they know that the dissolution of Nigeria is imminent. It's imminent. Nigeria is only as strong as we, 80 million Biafrans, gave them. Every single relationship we have with Nigeria, we have broken it. Nigeria is currently forcefully occupying a sovereign nation. They must leave. We will make them leave. The land belongs to us. We will make them leave. Nigeria in Biafra territory is less than 0.5%. The other 99.99% are indigenous Biafrans. We will make them leave, whether they like it or not. And most world leaders, they are understanding where we are coming from, and they are much. We'll just take a few more hands, and then
we have 3 hands, and then that's just gonna be it. Okay. Next one is Ube Chuku Ubechukwu Ikechukwu. Unmute yourself. And meanwhile, General Avatar, please get ready.
Yeah, good evening.
Over to you.
Good evening, all.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I want to especially thank our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Arogweze. Yeah, thank you so much for the good work you're doing. And I also want to send a special thanks to all the executive cabinet members. Also, thank you for the good work you're doing. I also want to especially thank Mr. Chief Okpara, Chief Benchus, and one of our sisters, Lioness. I raise my hand up to just ask a question. My question is, how long does it take for the Biafra identity card document to be produced and released to the Biafrans that applied for it? Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. And I also thank you. Famdi, go ahead. The next one.
Okay, the next is General Avatar. And then meanwhile, Drake NK, please get ready. Thank you.
Thank you, my honorable members of the House. I greet you all in Chukwukabiama's name. Say, may all the things you work for, all your labors will not go in vain. Chukwukabiama is involved. Chukwukabiama is involved. My greetings to my leader, Mazen Nande. Chiziteroku Kano. Amadike Ndibo, one of Biafra. Okabakaba one. Okokachie. My greetings to our dragon fighter, the ESN, Eba Simon Njoko. My greetings to the mother of the nation, Afomolo Biafra. Because you have many because someone which money if one go, then they will check Mamma go. Oh, okay, more member someone and get all Natanando. Aye, Ava. Then they get a more than now. When you want to believe me fair, or some no more wine. No wine, Volomo, wine, Lolomoa, why you never. Someone nemo. What was some no go much mantle? Aqua Quangino, each mantle, over way and Napoleon. And you are never even more. You mark a quack number. So the Bob Nabo meeting no one in go on go to the best and the Abamolo Abamolo Biafra. Even would you come back? Man, a bit of bill. Amukulia, I'm a catch of a Chuabiama. What can you Biafra land? Then I can my father. I am bigger than my father. I throw much of work, John Mark one minute. I never look at muddy. That's a and I go on. I met a member when you do not go over. When you don't want to go near. And then I got to walk about you with some no want to go. No, the days can the days I can't say. So our prime minister, no, I did a number. When you're not a job, maybe I won't care them, but we're 50. Anna can you recall Kanacha? It can name all the whole cabinets. The Chineke Juene Debube. For you standing strong, a drop easier. And the negative, I'll go back with you because man, even in any way, after we drop what we drop on spiritual, because someone I control physical. That is what we use to pass the whole world. Grace. That grace, nobody can take it away from us. We'll have what in the whole world no get. I'm not sure some no grace. Na if you check no coco nam ke wa unu kan no wa pata ana member ko ke system I may be Biafra but agent ben war lose onye ana la nko kwa putu man olo man if love na ka ku ala ngoza rebeza amakam no ya ko kwa and today na kwa na ngoza rebeza and USB vive de ni igwe like this mma agbagaria na de kan mo nya ibu bata go so nya maso umi bo aduru no na Biafra bago nga bana je yesu
All this kind of chosen. Ngozi Arabezi maybe you can wine. Ay, ekene kwelu m ụlọ Ogbonna. Au, ụkwelu mmadụ ọdịnadụ ba. Ọ dịka ọ na-enwe amarị ya na mma na-ekwuru ka mmadụ. Na mma ụbọchị ike na ọgbachi o ji okwuru. Amị na-agaziela ọdịo USB. Ay,
Thank you.
Fabia na-eme ọ adịghị gị na mma. O nwaanyị na-ede ede. Akwa ebe ji ede ebube. Obodo Chukwu ka anyị nọ n'ime ya. A na-afụ ikuku anya. Ikuku ada mana ọnya. Ekene ebu niile. Ike gụ na ama njụ oyi. Ike nga chalụ na ọka chagbukwe n'unu. Ike nga adịghị weli emelụ ka unu na-eti eti. Anọ m ya. O nwere ibe na-eme na mmadụ ekwuru ka mmadụ. Na-agazie nwoke ma nwaanyị dị na na-alụ ezi ọrụ. We conquering the news. Agụ nwaanyị ekenekwe gị kenekwesikwe gị. So ijiji ike n'ọrụ na Chineke ogabịa masị n'ọrụ nwa. Imechere nke onwe ya dị ka gị. But ajụrụ m ya ajụjụ ọsụ m na gị na onye abụọ obi ive sị nna m ikwuchie nne anyị dị m mgbazi okwu sị gaba nne m o tebe flag gawa na onwere a na-amaghị aka n'ụwa onye kpọrọ onye na-akpọ gị afa onye ma gbaa na-akpọ Chukwu afa ebe ọ bụla agbakwa afa na ọtara ọkwa Chukwu ka akpọrọ afa jọs kwuo na m kwurie a na-agwọrọ m ọgwụ ebe ọ bụla jebe ejitego va na-ewe atakata elo ada confam kwurie so na nna nwaanyị nke ma ụkwa ọzọ amosu ji amosu ụwa amosu o nwere ibe na anyị ya amaka bịa gị nwaanyị Chukwu agọzighị oge adịghị na mma famili gị na mma asị na agaziela onye ọbụla thank you from me for here. This is General Avatar the last Ebenda. Money program money. Thank you, dear friends. I greet you. My mic.
Thank you.
Thank
The
you so
last
much, General Avatar.
hand, Drake NK. Please unmute yourself. Thank you.
Am I coming out?
You are.
Yes.
Yeah, greetings. My Honorable DPM, Dr. Ngozi Arabezi, I salute you from here. Honorable from D, Ekele Kwamungi also, Ekele Mati Neba, greet each and every one of you here. It's a honor to be here tonight, and I said I must be here. Despite the fact that I've been praying me up and down. DPM, I greet you so very much for your efforts and your government. And but before I move on, I want to greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Chukwu Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Just like you always said, that they should remain strong for that which they seek has been gotten. And our PM will always say that he's not fighting because of the names they are calling him today, but it is the name they will call him in 10 to 20 years to come. And that is why we do what we do, because it is not about the name they are calling us today. Just like those who has been calling us all those names are melting like wax by the seconds. So I want to appreciate everyone. DPM personally is here I come to thank and appreciate for your efforts, for all you are doing. I cannot do easy. Oh yes, not this you have to miss it. Easy. Both you and the government, I think it is only Chukwu Kekabiyama that will bless you for me personally. And it does not matter because a lot of those who have tried today, I won't gonna cry had I know. And some who have even, tried taking your names or your pictures to, to do some letter of nonsense. Only them themselves knows. When they fade, they will still come back to cry. And I'm like, what is all this hatred for? What is all this enviness for? Why fighting? Imagine sleeping and waking up, having a mind to come and fight someone who is not even thinking. or having a mind about all the nonsense you guys are doing. But I don't know why, most especially our own people, because I know the level would have been by now. I know the stage would have been by now. Manayadeba. I keep saying something. I keep saying one thing. The end justifies the beginning, and the end justifies the means. DPM.
Thank you.
I have not to you and your government, but I'm seeing all you're doing. You are not relenting. So we will not relent. The sake of Robero is just a matter of time.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And I rest my mind.
Thank you so much, Drake. And again, what you have to know is that when our Onyendo was out trying to save our people, they hated him. Some of them hated him. That Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu stayed in jail and is still in Nigerian dungeon today is the legitimized Southeast governors. They are the bone. They are the plots. They are the evil in Biafra territory. They hated him. That was why they colluded with some people in Kenya to bring him down to Nigeria to jail him. That hatred is there. It will always be there as long as you are bringing the freedom to 80 million Biafrans. It will always be there. If they are not fighting you, you're not doing anything. I'm telling you, when they took Onyendo and PM took over, the world knows that Simon Ekpa is bringing the freedom of Biafra people to its conclusive end, which the United States of Biafra government is now implementing. They started fighting him. The hatred was there, remember? They were attacking him. The same thing that happened to Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu happened to Simon Ekpa is happening to Dr. Robinson. Does it move me? Absolutely not. What they did to Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu, they did it to the PM Simon Ekpa. But did it stop PM from pushing us to this last post? No, it did not stop him until Nigeria state colluded with Finland and some Biafrans that are pretending to be looking for freedom to write petitions upon lies against Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Uche Kanu and co, with Bianco Ojukwu and co, with Tinubu, Christopher Musa and co. They plotted, they polluted, they framed all these lies against Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. And Finland was willing to fighting against Christians, supporting the Islamization agenda of their globalist agenda. So they found a willing tool in Finland, Alexander Starr, to take away our prime minister 2 weeks before our declaration, thinking that by taking him away, that declaration will never happen. Meanwhile, inside the Briggy, Nigeria state already plotted some people that were ready to disrupt that our freedom, that declaration. And Biafrans have seen all of them now. Where are they now? So the fight, you see, they're doing it. They've been doing it to me even when Obato Obia was around. It's not a new thing. Think of all the different groups, all the different agents of the Nigerian state pretending to be fighting for Biafra, that have fought Onyendo, that fought Nnamdi Kanu, that fought PM Simon Ekpa, that are fighting Dr. Robinson. Think about all of them. And in each step of the way, When Onyendu was around, he was able to discover some of them. When the PM was around, he was able to finalize, make sure that some of them are now that I here. There is no gap. And that is the expectation for our freedom to be solid. This must be done. Everything you see that happened, God has destined it to happen for Biafra freedom to come, and it has come. For Nigeria to be dissolved, and it's been dissolved by the second every day. So, nobody should weep for me, Dr. Ogbueze. I am cooked for this task. I am meant for this task. And at such a time, for this struggle, for this final phase, Obato Obie prepared me well for this final phase. Unless somebody that was not in Brigi. Even while we were in Brigi, some of these criminal elements planted by the Nigerian state, they already knew that they have no place in the new freedom, in the new nation we are building. Obato Obie keep telling them, not everybody that was in Brigi will be in the United States of Biafra government. Obato Obie keep telling them, and they know themselves. So what they are doing, this name calling, they've been doing it over the years. It's not something new. I am used to it because who else will this? They know I am genuine. They know that I've declared Biafra. They know that which Onyendu sick, which PM sick, I have it in their hands. Who else do you think they will talk about? Who else do you think they will fight? Nobody else. Many of them were irrelevant. Many of them never showed their face when Obato there was putting the structures, putting things in place. That is why you see them making noise. Those of them that are claiming what task did Obato they give them to make sure that this freedom we got is sustained and maintained. You can never see their name anywhere in the Constitution of the United States of Biafra, which Obato Obie set up. You will never see them in the declaration documents. You will never see them in the monetary policy of the United States of Biafra. You will never see them in anything that is important for us to fight Nigeria state. Obato Obie will never put them there because he knows they are incapable. He knows they are incapable. And those of them that are making noise, you ask yourself, ask them, why didn't Obato Obie tell you when he was taken away to be the surrogate or to go protect the mandate? Why didn't Obato Obie give that instruction to them? Because Obato Obie knows they are incapable, incapacitated, people that could be easily brought over by the Nigerian state. That is why Obato Obie can never trust them with anything. And that's why I tell everyone listening to me, you can never, ever like Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and hate Simon Ekpa. That means you're fake. You can never, ever like Simon Ekpa and you hate Dr. Ogbueze. That means you're fake. It does not get this triangle. You see this triangle? Oh, you can never remove or add on it. This is the final triangle that have given Biafrans their freedom. Take this to the banks. So those of you, I know in the media, some of you sometimes get worried. I get calls, I get messages, but I tell you, do not be moved because I am their medicine. These things you see they are doing, there's nobody else that Obato Obie left in this freedom that would have done it. Nobody, zero, except me. That is why I am here. And that is why my task is to continue to make sure that which Onyendu seek and then PM6, that we finalize it. And we already we are winning by the second. Anyone that have not seen the success of the United States of Biafra government in our freedom restoration, that person must be very, very sick. The person must be very, very sick or in denial. Remember, some of them are in denial. They never knew that this freedom will be finalized by Dr. Obweze. Some of them, even as we speak, are thinking there is something else. Another person that will rise somewhere with Obadobie and Onyendu, they will go and form another thing where they will now go and do this beautiful declaration they are planning somewhere. And this in a hand so Onyendu, this in a hand so PM Simon Ekpa. Immediately, PM had a problem. They did a 360 degrees. It was not even up to 2 years. Some of them are already singing another song for organization, so-called IPOB organization that betrayed Onyendu, that betrayed Obadobie. Some of the so-called Briggy cabinet members have already joined this organization. Didn't that tell you something? They were never. Those are the people Obadobie said that some of you will not be in this United States of Biafra nation. Obadobie for us. And it is happening by the second. If not, what business does a Briggy cabinet member that truly followed Obadobie, what business do they have with IPOB organization? None. Zero. Onyendu never tells them anything. Obadobie never tells them anything. They go there with their little mindset and dump nonsense on them. Knows. I know. The one that I don't close, until Onyendu and the PM comes out. So those of you thinking that Simon Ekpa will like you, have no clue. You better go and check all those that have fought Dr. Obweze when the PM was around as a free man. Go and check their history and know where they are. And either you change or you will be one of your own will even be worse than their own when Obadobie comes out. It's a promise I'm giving you. Many of you have no clue. You have no clue. With all the fights, the DOS people fought Obadobie. Then some of you that claimed you were Briggy cabinet members because somebody somewhere told you something, Onyendu said, you just abandoned Obadobie and then start singing the song of very chaotic individuals that call themselves DOS organization. Shame on all of you. Shame on all of you. But when I tell Biafrans, please make sure they don't carry their chaos to you. Stop them by their tracks. They don't mean well. They are all agents of the Nigerian state. Nanki Bazwa, we will teach them what they don't know about the freedom of the Biafra people, regardless of the shape and form and how they try to show up. Some of them think, oh, they are trying to save Obadobie from Dr. Obweze. You know, when I hear some of these things, and I'm like, okay, so you're saving this little 8-year-old guy from Dr. Obweze. You're trying to save Obadobie as the Prime Minister of Biafra, because Dr. Obweze is going to take over Obadobie's Afro-Fortan. You're trying to, and these are just how they manipulate themselves. Not Obadobie knows them. Obadobie knows that they have nothing to contribute except chaos. Manananki Bazwa. There are not two ways about it. Again, I am open to genuine Biafrans that have been deceived by these criminal elements parading everywhere, paid by the Nigerian state. Just like the way they tried to come to America and bribe some American Congress, and they listen to them at the end. Nigeria is going down by the second. There are some people that are unbribable. There are some countries that are unbribable. It is in their constitution. It is what makes America one of the greatest countries in the world. That no matter the position you have, you must maintain the integrity, the dignity, and the discipline required to hold that position. The law will find you, and that is what we're going to have in the United States of Biafra government and the United States of Biafra land. The law will find you. So when they try to bribe America, and the America come back and it backfired on them, they are crying right now. So those of you that think you go to Finland and PM tells you one simple thing, you add 10 on top of that, then you can come out on social media and think you can insult Dr. Robertson, talk rubbish about Dr. Robertson. I'm telling you, your days are numbered in this freedom movement. You will remove yourself. And it's better you remove yourself before Abatobie comes out. I'm promising you that. Or before Onyendu Nnamdi comes out. I don't care what you've done or the part you've played in the past. As long as you deviate from this continuum of Onyendu, PM, and Dr. Robertson, you are out for good. You are out for good. So before you go and ask, get dressed. Those that have fought Dr. Robertson in the past, how did they end up? Those of them that did it under the Obato, they didn't even succeed. Talk less of you that is doing it outside right now. So on that note, from the
you've said it all. And tomorrow is another day. We have long day. And this evening, we have to get also some things ready. Please, we took the last hand. And Biafra Giant, you've already spoken before. Please, we plead with you all to let us go.
Just 1 minute, then we close, please.
Yeah. Okay. All right, please, if you're going to have to do it 1 minute, please. We have things to do also.
Can I borrow 1 minute as well?
So, yes.
Thank you. Thank
you. A giant hub then.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Over to you. Okay. Thank you very much, my honorable DP, and thank you so much. But I am very, very, very much happy. But the good news that is coming from our Foreign Affairs Department, in fact, they are doing wonderful. In fact, they are our gold. So I want to encourage them to keep on keep the fire burning, regardless of the whole things. And I want to quickly to add to some of things that is be happening. If our PM had like 50,000 haters, like 2024, I think that 50,000 have reduced to 10,000 right now, because I welcome whether it is true, but I have confirmed that yet our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu give that order for the US criminals, and this name they are normally use IPOB. Why don't they use that the same use that their evil organization they are using to plot and kill and destroy all this whole efforts, instead of using IPOB? IPOB are the people, the rightful people. Why can't them highlight their own their evil name, using it? At least if they want to issue, like as the government is doing something, you say USB cabinet. Everybody knows that USB cabinet is the one behind the United States of Biafra. This thing, them their own, they will be using IPOB, confusing people, confusing themselves, not even people. So even of recent, Master Prophet, we all know him, has now understood more and more, and our PM has now been vindicated. So right now, from A to Z, all functioning. If you go to the
new DOS, the fourth administration or whatever, you will see them telling them, oh, this that means this guy has been so right. This guy has been. If you go to they are not advising them to what they need to do is to align with the United States of America because they have gone far and so on. And so anybody that is genuinely doing the genuinely following and wants our PM and our Mazen and Kanu to come out must align himself with the state. And I told them that this time around, we are no longer in the hands of the organization. We have a 40 state. 40 state has replaced all the family, IPOB family they have all over the world. Everybody should go back to their states. That is where you should build in whatever you want to build. If you're genuine, except you're not genuine. But when you keep on beating around the bush, going from wasting more money on what we have already achieved or bypassed, you are just lavishing money, and that's where it's paining me because of what would I say? I will call it maybe because of pride to come down under the same people that criticize. You now begin to do like say, let's see how we can do it different to be highlighted. But there's no way, we have covered everywhere, and I know that before by ending of this year or by ending of next year, all of them will understand. More breeze, more ikuku the whole Aquani and their prayer is not backfiring in their camp. So they have no choice than to thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Before Honorable goes, just few things. The United States of Biafra people, the 50 million Biafrans that voted during the referendum to exit Nigeria, they don't really need to beg anyone to be part of the United States of Biafra new nation, new Christian nation. No, they don't. Because Obato Obie knows that these people, some of them are paid agents of the Nigerian state. They need the money. That's why Obato Obie told them to stay wherever they are. Stay where you are. And I've joined the United States Peace Platform for those that genuinely repented from the criminal DOS organization or IPOB organization. Again, when you hear IPOB, this IPOB they're calling is not the IPOB organization that Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu founded. This is their own criminal IPOB organization that Nigeria state is using to attack the USB, the freedom. And we already planned, we are already waiting for them. So we don't beg no one to come to, just let them continue doing the thing. Biafrans are going to take care of them. This noise, you see them constituting nuisance on social media. You see how they fight everywhere they go. That's what they will continue doing. While the United States of Biafra citizens, we are popping champagne and drinking wine and restoring our freedom. I wanted to clarify one or a few things that I hear some people say publicly, which is wrong. When I said that, I hear somebody say that the United States of Biafra government should send somebody to go and visit Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu to get his own side of the story. Again, I think this is ignorance. This is ignorance. When Obato Obie was a free man, how many times did Obato Obie go to visit Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu to get the true story?
Same people.
3 of us are cooked for this task. Nobody needs to go anywhere. I already know what Obato Obie and Onyendu wants me to do. And that's exactly what I'm doing. If you are confused and you think that the DPM have to send somebody to Nnamdi Kanu, then that means you are just in your own little mind. What do you know? What you don't know is bigger than you. Don't talk about what you don't know. You don't know how many people that represent, that have gone to see and stay with Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and with the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Don't follow the fools on social media to say or talk what you don't know. some of you create problem where there is none. There is no single problem for the United States of Biafra people and the 80 million Biafrans. The only problem is the one some of you create for yourselves. And then you want to carry it and come to USB people. Don't do that again. Stay with your problem by yourself. Again, I just want to clarify that sometimes it's the only problem some of you create on your head. You think the problem exists. Oh, so there is problem everywhere. This one, this. Some of you, this confusion, make sure it stays just on your brain. Don't bring it out to the public because you may not like what you hear or what you see or how it goes. The USB has no single problem. Anyone that tells you they went to see Obato Obie or they went to see Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and they told them bad things about Dr. Robert, those individuals, they are not following. They are not following. They are not following. They are not following. So don't be deceived by their stupidity. If the United States of Biafra cabinet, if I, Dr. Robreze, did not tell you there is any problem among the 80 million Biafrans, who the hell are you to say that there is problem? What is your position? What have you done? Who authorized you to say there is a problem when there is none? The only problem you feel is the one that is on your head or the gossip you hear. Don't do that anymore. Those of you that heard when Onyendu prayed for Dr. Robreze for 10 minutes, I believe some of you think it did not happen, or some of you that think there's a problem. You never know. You are shocked to hear that, right? What you don't know is bigger than you. So don't go where you don't know. That's all I have to tell you. Everyone here should know that our two leaders, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and PM Simon Ekpa, they are incarcerated. They are incarcerated. You will only see their true self when they come out as free men. So those of you causing problem for Onyendu and PM, you must stop. Stop. If I don't say anything, it does not exist. And I'm always open for questions from the 80 million Biafrans. Anything that I don't say does not exist. Take it to the bank. Anything I did not tell you, as far as it concerns the freedom of 80 million Biafrans, it does not exist. So do not go and make up any rubbish and be voicing it out on social media. You have no clue. You have no clue. The PM already told us that after our declaration, the battle for our freedom begins. That is the stage Biafrans are handling right now. But we are very, very successful that it is happening faster than we expected. So those of you that are thinking there is something existing somewhere, and all these DOS organization noisemakers are on social media, and when you go and they talk with them, you carry their rubbish and try to bring it to USB and the 80 million Biafrans, I'm telling you, don't do that nonsense anymore. Keep that problem. If you go and talk to the criminal DOS people, keep your problem with them. Don't come and say USB. Just they can suggest somebody. When PM was at the PM ever seek your help in knowing what to do and what not to do to ensure that our freedom is concluded. The PM ever tell you he needs to talk to Onyendu to get direction? No, I didn't know about that. So keep your problem with those you are talking with. The box stops on my table. Again, those of you that are looking for somebody to ask, you want to go ask Onyendu, you want to go ask the PM, people that are incarcerated, that means you are a very big fool. That means you're very, very sick. You have no clue what they are going through. I make the final decision. Whether you like it or not, Biafrans love my decisions and they are following it. If it doesn't go down well with you, you go and join the criminal elements of the DOS and continue from where they stop as an organization. But don't you ever say that is a problem for the 80 million Biafrans or for USB government or for our envisioned elite. Thank you so much.
With that, DPN, I don't think there is anything that remains. And
yes, so
everything.
yes, so
Oh, sorry, guys. Before you go, Jonathan.
yes, so thank you so much. DPM, the only thing I just want to add with this, what you're saying, just remember that those who always they love gossip rarely seek the truth. They're only simply seeking for the next story. Those that have those ears that enjoy gossip, they often become the mouth that spread it as well. So one thing I would tell Biafrans is, people who bring you gossip today will carry your story tomorrow as well. So when you listen to gossip with people, wise people discuss ideas, why average people discuss events, and then the foolish ones are the ones discussing about people. So whatever we do, we always have a story. I'm very disappointed with some of us Biafrans. They still want to take us back to something that is, doesn't exist. They should understand where we are now. Biafra has been redeclared. We are moving as fast as lightning to continue rebuilding the nation, trying to make sure that the world will understand that this is where we are. Nobody will tell our story better than us, Biafrans. Nobody. It's our responsibility to tell the good story of who we are and represent ourselves everywhere we are. That's what we have to do, instead of listening to gossip, asking questions to something that is sitting in front of you that you just want to gossip. So please, you have said it all, Honorable DPM. I don't know how you should phrase it more and talk better. Talk. People are not listening. They will still continue. I think we should continue moving forward as well with what we are doing. I just want to also use this moment again just to do kind of closing address from the Sport Department based on the opportunity, and thank you all for listening. Thank you all the cabinet members. Thank you, Honorable Uche, for the work you guys are doing. Honorable Christopher, Mouthpiece, all of you in the Department of Foreign Affairs. Also, thank you, Honorable Van Dam, for anchoring every day. It's not easy. Every cabinet member, every governors in this forum today. I thank you all for the opportunity to give me the opportunity to talk about a brief summary on the Sports Department. I hope that this will happen more, that I can be able to have time to share the PowerPoint just to show the organizational structure of the Sports Department as well. As we conclude, I also want to remind the Biafrans that the future of our nation will not be built by words alone, but by the actions we take today. Fundraising is coming tomorrow. We need everyone on deck. We need everyone to come out support the rebuilding of this nation so that we are going back home soon. Sustainable sports development is more than just winning medals. It is about building a healthy nation through our communities, empowering our youth, creating opportunities, promoting unity, and raising leaders of character and integrity. Biafran Sports Department and youth remains committed to developing grassroots sports, investing in coaches, facilities, and promotion of equal opportunity to every Biafran boy and girl, and using sports as a powerful tool for education, peace, and national development. These are some of the things that we are looking at. However, vision cannot be achieved by the department. Guys, every Biafran teacher, every Biafran community leader, business partners, every young Biafran who dares to dream. This is for all of us. I believe together we will nurture a generation that competes with excellence, lead with discipline, and serve with honor. So let us build a sporting culture that inspires the world and leave a lasting legacy for generations to come. That is the goal. And I said that Mechuku Kiabiyama continue to bless our youth, bless every Biafran home, guide us all in the United States of Biafran government as we work together towards a strong, healthy, and more prosperous Biafra. I thank you all, and long live the United States of Biafra.
Thank you, Honorable
God bless everyone.
Secretary
Thank
of
you so much.
Sports.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Honorable Ada, the Foreign Affairs, do you have any closing remark from your department, please, before from the goes?
And all the governors, please, I will also send a flyer out now.
Yes.
As I said, a follow-up with the suggestion of from Honorable Van Diane. I will forward everything now to the cabinet group, and so that and also I will open also opportunity for every Biafran that is interested to join the sports department. The department is huge. We need people, committed people that wants to serve Biafran people. Thank
Good.
you.
So Biafrans, these departments, they have openings, vacancies for so many positions. It is for your own good interest to join hands and be part of building our new nation. This new nation, nothing will change it. It's not going to go back. It can only get better.
Yes,
so anybody telling you there is something else somewhere, again, somewhere another day, they are deceiving themselves. Do not remember, go ahead for your closing remarks.
Thank you, my DPM.
Please, Ada, you are a powerful woman. Please, just 1 minute. You are such a powerful woman. I'm so excited about you. And honorables, my dear DPM, I am excited that this is a good signal of a true nation having a conversation around the globe. I've done a lot of things of that nature with the United States of America, but this one is so special. I am so excited to know this. My dear Famdi, Honorable Famdi, you guys take it so simple, but it's not a simple task. I know that. In a meeting with the listen to you, I appreciate you all so much. God will bless you all mightily for what is going on, because Biafra is already there. But anybody not saying that Biafra is coming, it's a waste of their time. We are here. You know how long we've been sitting, listening, and talking? It's not anybody can just sit there and just listen and talk. No, this is the nation that has been existing for a while. Now it's wide open for us to experience the presence of Biafra, the nation of Biafra. Y'all keep it up. I appreciate you very much. Without measure. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Keep on going. We'll stand with you. Anyone actually stand with you, I'm sorry for them, but they will come back down the road. When I come to talk, it will be something unbelievably happening in Biafra land. God bless you all. Sorry for interrupting. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Honorable Secretary, for Honorable Ebenezer. Thank you so much, Honorable Secretary for Housing. I know your session is coming and it's going to be a blast, maybe in the next 2 weeks, you know. And I know you're ready.
Thank you so much. Thank you, my Honorable Ebenezer. Thank you so much for that kind of words that you have been showering on us.
So were you trying to achieve something? Sorry, because I know I muted.
I'm sorry?
No, okay. I thought you were trying to say something.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable DPM, all cabinet members present, Honorable Gauzier, Secretary Sports. I can't believe what I heard today. I was so impressed on your presentation and the questions and answers, the way you took them. And thank you so much for my team, the Foreign Affairs Department of the United States of Biafra. All I can say right now is that our self-referendum and our redeclaration follows the international procedures and provisions in amongst others, the United Nations 1933 Montevideo Convention on the Rights and Duties of States. More so, the voting was verified, confirmed, and supported by the OEAS, the ORB report, and other international reports, as well as renowned international analysts. So we don't need any other person to recognize us. We need to recognize ourselves first, and we need to be our own ambassadors anywhere we are. Wherever we are, we should be our Biafra. We are Biafrans, and we are Biafrans for life. Thank you all Biafrans that are here present today. Thank you to my team, Honorable Uche, all Honorable Christopher, all the mission heads, Honorable France for all of the things that you guys did on May 30th. Enough. But I thank my committee members, all of you, Honorable Pastor Rose, Honorable Livinity, Honorable Ungo, DPM, you were among the committee members, Honorable Diane, Honorable Olo, I cannot forget you. Honorable Christopher, Honorable Joshua Ononako. He's not here, but I'm thanking you all. You all did an amazing job during our Memorial Day event, and I can't stop talking about it because the whole world knows that Biafra is world for us to go home, and we are getting there. Thank you all, and God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What a great performance this evening. We are always setting the bar high and we are always breaking it. It happens only in the United States of Biafra government, the cabinet. Is where we are. Secretary Honorable Gauzier and Youth and Sports Development. That was an awesome execution. I mean, can one really ask for more? And Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Adeze. And these great brains, when I mean brains, when you see these guys at work, Una Amara Biafra, that is the United States of Biafra. Where I mean, it's difficult to really tell you what these guys can do. Thank you, Honorable Uche. Thank you, Honorable Christopher. Thank you. Honorable Ewuns. The work that United States of Biafra government does, this cabinet, regular job, it's like no other volunteer job. It is a sacrifice. I mean, when I mean sacrifice, that it seems that our life actually depends on this thing. Non-stop, multiple tasks. What can I say? And for everyone, when it's in your department, the reason why we are recording so much great success and achievements, and we continue to do so. Like the Honorable Her Excellency said, the things we're looking for, we've tacitly gotten it. It's just the pronouncement. And it's just around the corner. It's coming. Choose you this day who you will follow. Me? I'm following the United States of Biafra. It's Biafra for life. Ebawakano. It's only one government. And this government is the lifeline for Biafra citizens. Uno rapom kami chairman because the remaining get put tomorrow. Because we have a lot to do this evening before coming tomorrow. So love you all.
All right, thank you so much, Pamdi. Again, everyone continue to donate. I put our website, our official United States of Biafra website on the chat link. You can click on that www.unitedstatesofbiafra.org, and there you can see all our official documents, cabinet members, links, website, where to donate and all that. And also newdimensionmonday.com. The two sites are on the chat section. Please go there and continue to donate. Your donation goes a long way. It helps us to be successful. We cannot continue to enumerate all the things that we are doing to make sure that our new nation is successful. But it is from your donations that we've been able to accomplish most of the things you're doing with the expert financial secretary like no other in the whole world that keeps the numbers to the cents, to the pennies and all that. What other financial secretary can any country in the world ask for when you have from D keeping the records straight for us while we go to sleep and while we have fun? So please continue to donate. I thank the Honorable Secretary. I thank the for Sports, Honorable Gossier, the Honorable Secretary, Director for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Ada, for what you do. And I thank all the Biafrans that have listened to us till this moment, and all the friends of Biafrans, and all the media that have been with us all this process. May God bless you all. May God bless you all. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good evening and enjoy yourselves. Do not engage in gossip. Happen on the asere, happen on the social media. What we should be doing, we just go and listen and have fun. May God bless you all. May God bless the United States of Biafra, and may God bless our allies, especially the United States of America. Good night, everyone. And have a great evening. Bye.